I looked at my life one night and whispered, Lord, where did all the years go? And he said softly, I was there in every single one of them. There was a season I was barely holding on, smiling outside, but inside something was gone. I kept asking heaven why the night felt so long, but silence was teaching me where I belong. I thought I was waiting, but heaven was moving, even when I couldn't see. There's a time to be broken, there's a time to be strong, a time to lose your footing and still keep walking on, a time to cry in the midnight hour, a time to rise again, a time to feel forgotten, then remember who I am. I didn't understand the story while I was walking through the rain, but every tear I carried was never poured in vain. Every season had a purpose, every silence had a sound. Even when my world was shaking, God was standing on that ground. There was a time for the hurt, there was a time for the pain, there was a time I was lost in the dark, calling your name. But you were writing my story, even when I couldn't see. In your perfect time, Lord, you were carrying me. In your time, in your time, I was never forgotten, not one moment of my life. There's a time to be weary, there's a time to believe, a time to hold the memories, a time to finally breathe. Oh, a time to let go softly of what I thought I knew, a time to trust tomorrow was already held by you. I used to fear the waiting like it was wasted days, but now I see your fingerprints were guiding all my ways. Every closed door had a reason, every step was being planned. Even when my heart was trembling, you were holding my hand. There was a time for the hurt, there was a time for the pain, there was a time I was lost in the dark, calling your name. But you were writing my story, even when I couldn't see. In your perfect time, Lord, you were carrying me. In your time, I was never forgotten, not one moment of my life. A time to plant, a time to grow, a time to stay, a time to go, a time to fall down on my knees, a time to finally believe, a time you whispered, child, don't fear, I've been beside you every year, through every question, through every tear, I was already here. Now I see the morning breaking through my night, every hidden prayer was heard in heaven's light. All the years I thought was slipping through my hands was safely resting in your plans. There was never one second you turned away, even when I doubted what my heart would say. Now I stand stronger than I've ever been, because time and pulled me in. There was a time for the hurt. There was a time for the pain. There was a time I was walking alone through the rain, but you were writing my story even when I couldn't see. In your perfect time, Lord, you were carrying me through every valley, through every climb. You were faithful all the time. In your time, in your time, I was never forgotten. Not one moment of my life. Now I see every season was love in disguise, and every moment of my life was already held in your time.